Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Guardian Farm dig site. I've been doing a whole boatload of prep work here. This ravine that was here, it goes almost down to the bottom of the world. It is now completely drained as well, all the way out to the edge of, here. So, that was a whole bunch of more sponge action. And this little square that I have here, this is the center of the monument. This is where the drop shaft is going to be for this Guardian farm. So now, what we need to do is we need to dig. We need to dig a whole lot. So I'm going to lay out a little bit of an outline here. And then that's going to be kind of shaped like a cross. And that cross, we're going to have to dig down a lot. All the way down to level 8, I think. Y equals 8. So there's a whole bunch of digging here to be done. But I forgot to bring my beacon. And we might have to move that down too now, because it might not even reach me down here. But I'm gonna go get the beacon, and then, we have digging to do, and then building to do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Legacy SMP. Yeah, it is now several days later, because my internet connection went poof. And I haven't been able to play on the server since that last clip, which was 4 days ago, I think, or something. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be picking this up, but it means this video might be a little late. We'll see how that goes. Slime's everywhere, but I've managed to put out this outline. This part is not the entire farm, but it's the part of the farm that needs to go lower. That's even a little too much. But it's easier to dig this away fully, this cross, down to level 6 or so. We're at like 30 something now. So I need to go 30 layers down here, then start building it back up, and I'll fill it in as we go. And you'll notice that there's this ravine with slimes, of course, and everything else here. We'll need to fill up a whole bunch of stuff here with blocks anyway, so it's not going to make that big of a difference. There's a lot of work left to do here. So I'm going to get back to digging here, finally back on the server, and let's make some progress. Okay, well, here's my beginning, and I think in a pretty good state, but we're down to level 23 now, and I realized that the extent of this cross-section is down to level 26. So I think I'm going to change my approach. I think I'm going to build up now the actual walls of the farm, and then keep digging where I need to dig and build those walls instead of clearing out the cross-section. It'll make the bottom of the farm, where all the redstone and stuff is going to go, a little trickier to build, but I think it's still worth it because there's going to be a lot less digging. The other thing is, I realized I think I forgot to bring the basalt. I need a bunch of polished basalt for this, and I know I packed yeah, this is my life over here. Like, there's more than a stack of slime now, and 26 slime blocks there already, just from killing the ones that get in my way. So, oh, and here's another face. Let's put that with the other. Yeah, so I brought all these. That's all the other materials, but not the basalt. So I'm gonna go get that, and then I'm gonna build up the walls to where we have them now. I'm still gonna need a bunch of glass, ain't I? I have a bit of glass. Ooh, I had a full box of that. Where's that? I made the whole shock box of glass. Yes, it's coming back to me now. I'm sorry. This is just mere minutes later for you, but it's actually many days later for me. So I guess I put that in my ender chest. Here's a bunch of glass. Okay, very good. Well, sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna need a bunch of that. I'm gonna need some of it to be red, but let's, to begin with, go and get my slime. Yes, totally. No, let's go and get the basalt. Okay, I'm back, and now I've also remembered to switch my shaders back on and the subtitles back off and all kinds of things here. Wow, what a mess of a recording. But anyway, I went and stole the entire supply of basalt for the server. So hopefully this is good enough. I have a feeling it might not be, but hopefully it is. And if so, then we're good. If not, then yeah, we have a problem. So now we're gonna build stuff. That's pretty cool. I need to find some things though, and this is kind of a mess. So this is the main chest. To begin with, I'm going to be using a bunch of this crimson wood and a whole boatload of the warped wood. I hope it's enough. We might have to farm more. But yeah, that's going to be the start. And then I'm going to need some red glass, some sea lanterns that I might not have enough of actually, and a whole bunch of basalt. That's the initial plan. But I need to find the most important bit here. Okay, they were here. Good. So we got 11 sea lanterns. That's not good enough. I'm surprised that I don't have more, actually. I thought I would have more. Maybe I put them away and then people have used them, though, because, yeah, that might be the thing. So we need to make more sea lanterns. I need way more than that, but we'll get our start going with this. It's all good. And of course I dug it out wrong. This one is oriented north to south, and this is supposed to be oriented east to west. So, oops. So what we need is 6 blocks on this side and 4 blocks on that side. So it's not too bad. Should be pretty quick to fix. So we're at a warped stems. Not even close enough. We need to hit level 38? So 37 with these stems, and then a full layer of hyphae above that. Because obviously that's the top layer where you're going to see the top of them through glass. So yeah, we need... That was... I want to say that was maybe 6 or 7 stacks. we're gonna need probably at least 4 or 5 stacks more. So, got work to do. You can kind of see it taking shape. You can see this the sort of plus shape, the cross shape that I dug out before. It's still here. This is gonna be, there's gonna be water sources down here. That water reaches to here, which means that they will pop off the edge here, land down there, and another water stream that will push them over there. You can see the signs there will hold the water back. And that is going to be a tiny little drop more. And that's going to be the gathering place for all of the guardians. And that's sort of where we'll be standing and killing them. Yeah, the sea lanterns, these stone blocks are going to be sea lanterns. So there's going to be limes with a border of light. The rest of it is kind of looking a little bit dark and neathery, and that's the way it's meant to be. But yes, we need a lot more warped wood, sadly. Alright, so I've been thinking a little bit about this, and I think what I'm gonna do... There's some pocket of down here somewhere. This is gurgling all the time. So I'll need to find that and plug it up later. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all... Well, not there. This one. I'm gonna take all of this crimson wood. And we're gonna go down there, and I'm gonna go try to build up as much as possible with this too, so that I know how much I'm lacking in both the wood types. We're gonna need to build a bunch of pillars of this in the middle of this, and then we'll know when I go and try to grind up all of the stems later. I know exactly how much I need of both types. Alright, finally, after figuring a whole bunch of stuff out with these signs and stuff, that's our first pillar. There's gonna be glass above it. That is the top of this section, so these warped wood with hi-fi at the top need to go all the way up there. So got a bunch of these to build. They're going to be covering this place, so yeah, we're going to be using up a whole lot of this, and I'm going to need way more signs. Alright, well, we reached the top, and we had enough and some crimson to spare, which is good because I just did some tinkering in my creative world here where I've been sort of planning out this farm, and you see all of these signs here around, they are going to be matched by some signs on the outside. And initially I was going to make those warped signs, but after looking at it now, it's going to look better with crimson signs there too. So I'm going to use crimson there too, which is good because I'll need fewer warped things in total because those are the missing ones. So I'm going to put as many of those up as I can now. Some of them are going to go on warped blocks that aren't placed yet, of course, but as many as possible that I can reach now, because then I think it's better to place them as I build up the walls, because yeah, it's going to be hard to reach. But the pillars are done, which is nice. Looking pretty good, I must say. Alright, so in conclusion, I think I do have enough crimson wood. I just do not have enough warped wood. So that's where we're at. Here's the thing. Oops. Used up a lot of materials there. Still need a lot more warped wood. So that's the next step now. I'm gonna leave this for a little bit and go grind up warped wood. Alright, so I came back here to the pyramid. I want to set up a shifting floor farm. I don't want to do it over at the Guardian farm because, well, we're kind of need to clear out everything there in a bit. And I also don't want to do it over at the village because there's too much stuff there already. So I figured maybe we'll try to set it up here, and maybe that's going to be like a little shed building right next to this or something. Maybe we'll put it over here because this tower is here already. So it might be nice to have something on the other side here. There's also this here. Maybe we could build it a few steps down. And yeah, maybe that. So I'll clear out some of this sand here. We'll build it like a few steps lower and then put some form of a little ceiling thing above it. We'll build it up eventually. Right now I'm just going to worry about the farm. Alright, so I've set this up. Pistons on here, pistons under here, so that's what these are powering. There's a lever here that I will turn off that will release the power to everything, and that means that these observers will start working. So once I flick this, this should shift back and forth, and there's a dispenser under there to dispense stuff. It's not got anything in it, but let's run it. That looks very good. So let's fill up this dispenser. I've got no inventory space as usual, but I guess I'll do this. We'll just run it a little bit. Eventually we'll want to put some minecart tracks down here, power this from below so that we can get as much as possible of this automatically picked up. But for now, I'm just gonna grow it manually because I just need a bunch of this. So there we go. That's sufficient. Yes, that'll do. It's also very loud. Wow, yeah, we're really gonna need to compost these. So ideally we have the pickup system, we have a bunch of item sorters, or really just a few, that will basically pick up these and then send the rest to be composted so that we get some bone meal back from it. But for now I got more than a stack and a half of this and a few crimson. Don't need the crimsons right now, but that's good enough. Ooh. And spilling stuff all over. Alright folks, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a little bit stacks. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave the rest of this stuff here, as this is just chugging through all of the garbage here. And we'll go over and see if this is enough. I'm hoping that this is enough. Poppy streaming right now, and Logic and myself are on. We've just been taunting her about all the advancement stuff. It's fun. All fun times. And I just told her, by the way, I think I have about 20 advancements in quick order if I've counted this right. What they don't realize is there are a number of very, very easy advancements. You don't see them here because they're hidden. But I know they exist and I haven't done any of them. So that's about 10 advancements. And then I think once I get the stack of ancient debris, I'll be able to get 10 advancements in quick order. So that is in total 20 advancements. And right now, Pop-Tart is in the lead actually with 735. Pearl is behind 1 by 734. And I'm third, 7 places behind the top. So that would put me 13 ahead. Oh, this talking game. Anyway, I'll get to building here and we'll see if this is enough. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Guardian farm. The way this works is you stand over here, Guardians drop down here, so we'll close these behind me because we'll get some knockback when we hit them, and yeah, just stand here and click. However, of course we're missing some Guardians. Yes. We have two things left to do before this thing is operational. By the way, let me show you down here. This is kind of the storage area where everything ends up. Here's where I've stashed a bunch of stuff, but we have three things left, I guess. One thing is the lava blade. We need a bunch of lava inside the farm so that it actually damages the Guardians so that they're one-hit kills, basically. Oh yeah, here's how I get in and out. There's another portal to the island and another portal down there. Probably time to sleep, yep. So the two things remaining, we need a lava blade down there. We need water, so some water in the farm itself, and then water buckets inside these dispensers so that we can turn on and off the farm when we need it. That means we will drain all the water in here. Nothing, well, I mean, there's still some spawnable space. Well, there's going to be water there actually, so probably not. There's no spawnable space. Here's the redstone connection. I need to remove these two. And then we need to set up the item filters. So before it's operational at all, lava down there, a fair bit of lava I would say. We're gonna need 130 buckets of lava to be precise. And that means about 5 shulker boxes full. Okay then, well here is 150 buckets in one of my orange shulker boxes. So this should be interesting. We're gonna drink a fire resistance potion. I've got an extra one too. And we have more than 16 spaces available in the inventory. So I should be able to take one full stack of buckets, just fill it up entirely, and the filled buckets will go into my inventory instead of dropping out. And then we'll place them all in a shulker box. That's the plan. Into the nether we go. Okay, well, here it is. Inventory full of these. I've just exactly 5 spaced it enough to pick up all of these shulker boxes that are all full with lava buckets. Oh man, I think I might have overlooked just how tricky it would be to get all this lava into place. 3 of the spokes or whatever are done. We're looking at the last one now. I have to place the lava against the opposite edge because there's no way I can get down and around this sign. So that's making it a little bit awkward to place this. Not to mention the fact that, you know, it's lava and yeah, don't want to burn. Preferably not. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The farm should be operational. It's far from optimal yet, but if I hit this button, it should flood, and we should be seeing Guardian spawns. Now, let's find out if that's the case. Well, something is working. Oh, that's not too bad. So yeah, rates are expected to be way lower now than they should be. We already know, like, the entire mob cap is taken up by slimes here. So there's lots of work left, but look at that. And I heard all this, I heard the clicking of, dang. Okay, so potentially our items are getting stuck somewhere on the way, which is potentially pretty painful to debug at this point. Might need to use signs or fence gates or something instead of these slabs. That might be advisable actually, and there's a bunch of them in here, so that would mean a bunch. This might be the first one they hit actually. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch them for signs. Okay, so it looks to me like the items are getting through. I'm picking up a whole bunch of them too, so might want to cover up my inventory. Excuse the noise, I'm leaving this running while I'm doing this, so we're going to set up the item filters. Basically what this is going to be is we're going to have 4 slots with this filler in it. Just like that. And then the item we want in the first slot. So I'm going to set that up, and then we'll see how this works. So one thing is I might want a non-flame sword for this, because we're getting a whole bunch of cooked cod here, which isn't necessarily what I want. What's going in here? I should take this again. Okay, so nothing has gone in there, but a tropical fish went there. That's perfect. That's exactly what I hoped for. Okay, well, some final modifications here before I leave it for this time. This is like an overflow chest that I put in for anything that drops into, well, the kill chamber, and it's always good with an ender chest. We should probably expand this somewhere, maybe to the other side here or something. There are a bunch of water streams in the way, but we could do another way down below or something. But we should probably have an enchanting room here, I just realized. Lots of enchanting tables, but they're not really for that. But if you're gonna have a place that you'll get lots of levels in, it's not only gonna be for repairs. But yeah, we need more beacons. I would love 4 beacons so we have symmetry, but we really need 2. We need 1 resistance, 1 regen, but I would love a strength beacon too, just to get the killing more effective. And then we kind of have a spare one, but whatever. Maybe we'll do jump boost or something. Then we need to decorate the thing, because up top the decoration is not quite finished, and we need to light up caves, or even slab caves, because apparently there are lots of slime chunks around. So I might slab all the caves, or carpet them, or something. We'll see. Anyway, this is more than enough for now. This took many hours, and I'm very happy to have it in this shape. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me once again on the Legacy SMP server. I'll catch you next time.